Greetings, this is Kevin Jefferson, father of the Forex Fam and followmytrades.com, here with Trade Theory on Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. The time is 6:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm just going to talk about the indexes this morning and where we find ourselves. So in a few videos ago, I mentioned that as price was falling and the market was trending downward, that we had an area where I expected price to reverse and pull back. And I gave a couple of different zones regarding that. The first zone was between the 32.433.270 and 32.76.230 right here. And then I followed it up with the second zone as price was falling of 32,016 and 32,199.5 for the Dow Jones. So price pulled back off of those lows, moved up into that first zone at the end of last week, and then now it's proceeding and it's moved up into the second zone now as of yesterday and today. Yesterday actually began and is continuing today right now. And so the initial line where I mentioned was around the 33.09190. Price could get up to that point at some point in the next couple of days. But what I would expect is there's a chance the price to pull back after it stopped moving higher, pull back and retest another level, maybe going back and retesting the 32,120 area one more time before price continues higher. Like I said, on the weekly chart, price is already poised to move higher and it's looking like it could V-bottom out of here. But I wouldn't be surprised if price came back down and retest this level again, or may consolidate in here for several days or maybe even a couple of weeks before moving higher. But it's definitely looking like it's poised to move higher. But I see at least after this move, it still moved through the middle of that previous zone that I mentioned for the Dow. But once price stalls out, I could see price pulling back one more time, maybe reconstituting, setting up for a move longer. But right now, the price is definitely showing that the indexes are ready to move north, and so that means the market could be ready to break out. I do see this as the kind of the last frontier right here of this movement higher, and then maybe the pullback and retest that I mentioned. And I can see that as a formation of the intent to continue higher. But once I think we break out of this zone and we start moving above this EMA, so once we get above the 33,048.6 area, close above there, and then especially if we get above 33,759.30 on a weekly close, I'd expect that the market is ready to continue to really kind of break out. And so I would not be surprised if once we break through this turbulence and this consolidation that we're dealing with this week and probably over the next week or so, or maybe two even, or three, that price will really forcefully move higher based on what is showing right now. So the market looks like it's ready to move. So what does the S&P look like? The S&P does essentially the same thing. Price moved to that second zone that I mentioned at the end of last week. And then to begin this week, price has actually blown through the first zone, the 4,000, was it 4,082.20, which was the first marker that I put out. Price could hit this EMA and then possibly retest back down to the 4,065.41 level. So back down here. So price could pull back one more time, but I see that all as a part of price consolidating and gearing up to continue to push higher here. So it's not quite there yet. We may have one more retest, one more drop of the market before that happens, but the S&P is looking like it's ready to move higher. And then on NASDAQ, we had it move through the second zone at the end of last week, and then to begin this week, end of Monday, price move up into the 12,738.45, between this 12,738.45 and 12,869.56 zone that I marked out a week or so ago, saying the price could, after it was dropping, pull back up into this area. So it's done all those things, and I expect, like I said, for all the indices to have, after this push is complete, to have one more major retest. So the retest of down to 12,601.50, possibly for the NASDAQ, in the continuation of its trend upwards. So on the weekly chart, price has already moved into this higher area and looks like it wants to really push out of there, but not right away. We'll have one more retest possibly, and then price could continue long. So essentially, it looks like the markets are really bullish. The NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow as major indicators that the market is ready to be bullish, but not quite yet as far as a full breakout and move higher. So if it were me and I was looking and sitting on the sidelines and looking at the indices or looking to buy an index or to buy something that's aligned with the market, I will be positioning myself now to potentially go ahead and prepare to purchase or re-enter to market, expecting the market to go higher. So that's essentially it for today. If you want to learn more about this or learn how to do this for yourself so you can get out of what I call the corporate coma, where you go to a job you don't like, for a check you don't like, around people you don't like, find us at fmtrades.com, click the DIY button, and if you're too busy to do that, click the DFY button and let us help you out. Until next time, enjoy the day and happy trading.